What is up, guys? It is Sam here from Market Movers, and today I want to talk about stablecoins. So stablecoins have been in the news for all the wrong reasons over the last 2 weeks or so, with the collapse of Terra and now the possibles looking at Tether and what it's all about, and also looking at USDC as well. So guys, what I want to talk about in this video is actually all about Tether and how it works, why people are skeptical of it, and it's basically all about it. And just want to get into a lot of depth into understanding what Tether is all about. So just before we go into that, guys, just remember, do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It does help us out an awful lot. And without further ado, we will get into this video where we were talking all about Tether and everything to do with it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. So guys, what is Tether? So Tether is the biggest cryptocurrency stablecoin on the market at the moment. So basically how Tether works is you get $1 for every Tether token that you have. So they're pegged to value. So one Tether token is always technically going to be worth one USD. So $1 is always one Tether. That's just the way it works, the way they want it to work. And that's how it should work in theory. So what it is and what the motivation is for these stable coins is to provide liquidity in the crypto market, and also to provide people with exposure to cryptocurrencies without having the volatility of like Ethereum and Bitcoin. So go up and down 20-30%. That's not for everybody. People want to have something that's kind of around the same value, but also has rewards like staking rewards, and also interest rewards that you can get on lots of different apps. One that we mentioned is Nexo, which down in the description below you can sign up to Nexo and you can get up to $25 worth of free. But yeah, that's basically the way it works. And this a stable coin is the biggest one that there is, but it comes with a lot of risks, a lot of shadiness, and people just don't really properly understand what is going on with Tether itself. So for every real dollar that you put in to Tether, they take your dollar and they put it in their bank account. So their bank account technically should have your dollar in it at all times, and they should hold it forever. But we don't know if this is actually the case or what they're doing with the dollars that they do take. So what it is so then basically the way that they do that, it will remain at $1 at all times. But it gives you basically a blockchain dollar in exchange for a US dollar. I know it sounds very complicated and you're repeating the name dollar, but that's essentially what it is. So it gives you a blockchain dollar for a physical USD dollar. And way Tether is operated so Tether is not mined like other cryptocurrencies. It's just created by the Tether Foundation. So Tether Foundation will just create as many of them as possible. So that's why people think that there is a chance that they are just creating their token as many times as they want. They're not under any pressure for anything so. They're just basically creating money out of thin air, and that is a theory that is put around there at the moment. And this is the main thing, that we don't know this because Tether has never ever been audited. So this is why it's a bit of an issue. So as we kind of get more into this, you can see that Tether doesn't really have a value without it being backed by cash, and cash itself only has a value because it's perceived to have a value. And the same with Tether, and that's what's keeping Tether up. So Tether is perceived to have the value of $1 per token. So that is why it is maintaining its value. It's all about perception and how you actually value this token. It's the same with normal money. A dollar is only worth $1 because people perceive it to be worth that. And that is why it's remaining as it is, and it's done so well over the last few years. And just the issue is, though, if everybody wanted to remove their dollar at one time, so there's 60 billion in a market cap of Tether, and if everyone were to take that 60 billion out immediately, do they have that 60 billion there to give out? Technically they should, but do they? And we don't know this because they're not audited. So this is why it could potentially be a massive issue down the line. So yeah, that's a major talking point, is that Tether, do they have the assets to back up what they're trying to provide? And we just don't know if it's the case. So Tether was set up specifically in the British Virgin Isles so it wouldn't have to undergo any of these audits. And they did a bit of a self-audit that they gave out, and I don't think it really sounds too promising. Like, so they gave a report out which gives them 2.9% in cash, 12.5% in loans, and 10% in precious metals like gold, and also 50% in commercial paper, which is a fancy way of just saying loans. So having 2.9% in cash does not really sound too good. But that's how Tether make their money. They loan out their money, and that's why you can get high interest on holding Tether token. So if you get high interest Tether token, you're less likely to take it out of there. So that's what they kind of encourage. But what they do is they do give out loans to people, and that can be done on platforms like Nexo, also lots of the other different ones like BlockFi and stuff. You can get stablecoin loans basically from these companies, and that's how they basically make their money. So you have to question as well, though, like, why will Tether not allow themselves to be audited? So they're not allowing themselves to be audited because there's a rumor they're potentially in cahoots with Bitfinex, and what Bitfinex and Tether do together is that they manipulate the crypto market of Bitcoin, which if that came out, it would also lose all faith in the crypto market, and that is not something that we can allow to happen. But if that came out, it basically would be like, crypto is a complete scam altogether, and it's not going to be this revolutionary technology that changes everything, which it might not be anyway, but it is just something to think about. And basically, since this is an Ethereum token, the Tether token is technically on the Ethereum network, so you can actually track the holders of this. So you can see who holds the most Tether. So you have big names there like Binance and Gemini. They hold a lot of Tether. So if these guys start selling it, it could be manipulating in the market again. So it could be something to look at as well and to just keep an eye on. So look, Tether, as I said, it's huge market cap. You're looking at 68 billion euros for Tether, 234 billion euros for Ethereum, and 550 billion euros for Bitcoin. And making it the third largest cryptocurrency. And if Tether collapses, this could absolutely drag down the rest of the market. And that is what we've seen happen with Terra Luna. So Terra Luna was USDT and was backed by the Luna token, and the Luna token basically collapsed because the USDC became unpegged and they had to sell Luna token to try and repeg it back up to the value, and neither of them worked and both collapsed. So you have people like KSI and these big famous YouTuber put in 2.8 million and end up with €1,000 basically after 1 or 2 days invested in Terra. So this is it's not good. These sort of things and these risks, they basically have to be thought about. You have to kind of see where they are and evaluate in your own head, is this going to be worth it for me? So what they can do is basically become more transparent, so you can see what they're doing, what their assets are backed by. More so, like if you're having like 70% of their assets backed by cash, that would definitely be a lot better than you're looking at 2.9%. And if everybody wanted it out immediately, then it's not going to happen. And then you're going to have a massive bubble burst like you did with Terra Luna. So I just have a few concerns with these stable coins. Like, they need more transparency. Probably the USDC is probably a better option if you are going to be looking to invest and just earn high interest on platforms like Nexo and BlockFi. Probably a better option. But yeah, Tether is the third biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, and it can't be ignored. So hopefully we don't have a situation like we did with Terra Luna. But look, it's definitely not off the table. So guys, be careful out there when looking at these sort of things. And I hope you enjoyed this and got a lot from it and understood what was actually happening and how Tether actually works. So guys, thanks for this, and do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and do check out our sponsors, Caffe Pompeii and 35mm vintage, all down in the description, and do check them out. So guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.